Hi, this is Daphne from Spartan Spark, and I'm going to talk to you about the 5 important tips you need to know when choosing a name for your business. So, this is an exercise that we went through ourselves when we chose our name, and we help our clients go through it as well. What's important about picking a name is that you're able to choose a URL or a domain name for your company. So, it's yourcompanyname.com, and it's really important to think about that before you actually settle on a name. So some examples that we see often are when you have words that are different in American English versus Canadian English. So here in this example, the doctor center could be spelled TRE or TER. So how does your client know when they're looking for you online which one you are or what to type in? So you want to watch out for things like that. The other one is tricky names that sound different than the way they're spelled. So this is a famous actress, and some people call her Amanda Seyfried, and her name I think is Amanda Seyfried. So when you're saying it, you're not going to be able. Your customer is going to have a hard time doing the .com thing if they don't know how to spell it. And then another example is made up words. So instead of empowerment, one company that we dealt with wanted to use the word empowerment. So again, when your names are tricky like that, you're going to spend a lot of your advertising dollars educating people on your name, and you don't want that. The easiest thing is to just pick 2 words, 2 common words, and make a name out of them. What you want to think about is, does it pass the radio test? So if you're telling somebody on the phone or on the radio what your domain name is, what your company name is, do you have to spell it out for them, or can they just go there and remember it? So you don't want to you don't want people to have to do all this extra work to get to your website and to know about your business. So once you've got kind of an idea of what you want to go secure your URL, your domain name. So I'm going to give you an example here. So what you do is you start with some brainstorming. So NetFirms is a good place to brainstorm, even if you're not going to purchase it there, because it gives you a few options and suggestions. So let's do great events is going to be our example. .com, and or you can do .ca, and it'll pull up everything for you. So when we're working in Canada, we have a few different options for how people are finding us online. So I thought the best thing ever is to call my company Great Events. And before I go register that at the business office, at the registry office, you want to know that you can get that name. So it's telling me here that .com is taken and .ca is taken. So that's not a really good name to pick for my company. But at NetFirms, they give you some options or some suggestions. So they're doing great mead, and some of them are really expensive because somebody else owns them, or other ones are cheap because they're not owned, or they're these new extensions here. So bigspecialevents.com is available for $9.99. So that's a looks like a good name, and you can keep brainstorming like that. I wouldn't suggest doing a dot space or dot tech or these extra extensions as your main domain name. You can use them as extensions or as like a duplicate name, but right now they're not used very often, so people don't really get how that all works. So you want to do a .com or a .ca. So once you choose a name, you want to secure your social media branding. So let's take a look at that. When you go to Facebook, you can click on this down arrow here, and you can click on Create Page. And here you can create a brand or a local business page for your business, and you might know that already, but what a lot of people, new entrepreneurs, don't know is that they can actually change the URL of their Facebook business page to customize it for their business. So I'm going to give you an example here. So this is a business page that hasn't been set up, and it's not published, so you can do all the setup part without publishing your page, so before you go live on the internet. And what you want to do is, when you click on the About button here, you have the option to have a Facebook web address that's custom to you. So this is going to be a bunch of numbers, and then you can change your web address and enter the custom name of your company, and then Facebook is going to tell you if that's taken or not. So that's another consideration, because if you have a name that you really like and then you have to add something else, like for example here we did Nadia Brante Company, you want to do that to all your social media pages. And finally, now's the time to register your business with your local registry because now you've picked a name, you know it works online, your marketing is going to be great because it has a consistent message, a consistent name.